So now we reference the fixed cost as well in dollars per unit. So we have the total fixed cost in dollars per unit now. So we're just summarizing the variable and the fixed cost to get it to the sum. We can now take this, fill it right with Control R. And then for the variable cost, we reference the dollar value, the total dollar value for the variable cost, and the dollar value for the fixed cost. We have it set up there. We can now take the sum, take all of this and fill it all the way to the right with Control R. So we have our dollar cost value of the total cost set up for us. So we can now use this to now account for the cost of goods sold in our income statement. So going forward, we have already constructed our revenue. We derive our revenue from the volume and the price increases, and we also derive our fixed cost based on the rate of inflation that we grow every year. So we have it that set up for us, and now we are ready to calculate or to determine the line items on our income statement. Before we go to the income statement, we just want to talk about some things here. What we call operational leverage is something that is very applicable in financial modeling. So basically, we have fixed cost, which amplifies our operational leverage, and of course, this enhances profit as time goes on. So at a certain point in time, when we are expecting cost to be variable, and we have so much fixed cost, we can say that at a certain point in time, profit have been magnified as a result of this fixed cost. So that's what we call operational leverage. But for this variable cost, it doesn't really amplify the profit or the returns of this investment or of this business, because it could fluctuate over time with the fixed cost. Once it is fixed, at a certain point, we know that this company will break even in sales, and as such, it will cover all of its fixed cost, and the outcome for operational leverage is being amplified at the end, where you could see that it keeps going up and the profit keeps increasing because of this cost, which is constant all throughout the year. So that's exactly why we say that fixed cost magnifies the outcome for operational leverage. So now we are ready to construct our income statement. So to do that, we will just reference to anywhere where we had years on our cost schedule or the revenue schedule. We could paste it to the rest of the years, and then we have it set up there. Now we want to account for the inflation, and we know that we already set it up, whatever the inflation was going to be. So we have it set up here for us in our cost section. We believe that cost is going to grow at this consumer price index. So the consumer price index is basically the total basket of goods and services for each Canadian household. If this model is based, or this acquisition is based in this jurisdiction. So basically, we are referencing that inflation there, So we believe that cost is gonna grow at this rate of inflation. So we have it set up. Now, in order to calculate our revenue and our cost of goods sold into the future, the only thing we have to do here is to go by, it's gonna be equal to, we already set up our revenue in our revenue schedule. So we calculated it in a while ago. We could just reference to that. And then our cost of goods sold, we have it right here, the total variable and fixed cost. We have it set up. So in order to calculate the gross profit, it's going to be equal to the difference between the revenue and the cost of goods sold. We can now take that, fill it right with Control R. As you can see, we have it set up there. Now we can take this, copy or ESF, business formulas, to keep the formatting in place. As you can see, when I filled right, really messed up this formatting here, so we will just fix that in a bit. We go Alt H, Alt H. We have it in place. So we are now ready to calculate our operating expenses going forward. So for the selling, general and administration expenses,